On this one, good students, we'll be looking at Act 4, Scene 1. Act 4, Scene 1, The Plan. This is still The Samaritan by John Lara, and it is Liberty Media, the rebranded Liberty Media, and I'm your host, Sherlock Tabiga. Buckle up, brace up, even as I'm going to take you through this particular coursework. Now, in case you came across this work accidentally, a good friend of yours did refer this channel. How about that next time around you don't want to bump into things accidentally or blindly? A thumbs up will do me good, a subscription that is, a sharing with good friends, and leaving that notification bell on so that you get notified immediately we do our next uploads. And kudos again to my returning viewers. It has been always about you. This far has always been about you. Thank you. And let's really work towards a common goal, a common setting, a common agenda in this. And if you're this particular person who is passionate about this literature, a freelance writer, teacher, then definitely this is one channel that you'd want maybe to hook up. Do drop me a comment section in the comment section, and I'll try really to reach and get back to you so that we see what we can do big apart from this. At least for any big thing, it must have started as an idea. And this is a platform that we can always sojourn and use to advance ourselves. So I think that has been already much ado. So without that much further ado, let's dive into it. What does this particular Act 4 of Scene 1 really unravels? So let's see. It is Tuesday late morning in Mandingo Golf Club at Mandingo Golf Club. Justice Jaden and Harvester they met. He starts by asking for help concerning the Samaritan since he was accused of countless crimes. He says that he will be crucified for the things that the mayor tells him to do. His whole family, wife, children, and himself are fasting and praying, trusting God will get him out of this mess. Jaden tells Harvester that Mayor Mosi had instructed the municipal lawyers to file cases against Honorable Ramdae and Seymour and Tate and Basdeo and should be jailed as soon as possible. Jaden says that he can't convict Honorable Basdeo and Ramdae since it will be like betraying the two and having benefited from them. He goes ahead and justifies to Harvester that a judge does not operate in a vacuum. The ethos prevailing in the society influences his thinking and action, and his rulings are in many respects a reflection of the prevailing culture in society. So Jaden is tormented beyond measure. He says that he has been seeing rats and rodents running all over the place even when his eyes are wide open. Furthermore, he was even catching sewer rats that trigger his ulcers. Jaden goes ahead and accuses the inspector of police who owns the Mandingo Golf Club as having spat on his food somewhere in the kitchen. Jaden advises Harvester to use the fundamental principle of the philosophy of utilitarianism, which involves making decisions that will result in the greatest happiness for the greatest number of people. That is utilitarianism. Utilitarianism. He convinces Harvester that Mayor Mosi and the quartet are not clean, and if they fight them, they'll lose, but if they come together, they win. He requests Harvester to reach to the accused, share the idea, and hold a meeting as soon as possible in his chambers the following day. So quickly, let's look at the issues that the thematic concerns, especially in this particular act, and again the scene. That's Act 4. Scene 1. We have got religion. There's a mention of that. Harvester claims that he has been doing his Christian duty as a leader to obey Mayor Mosi. He says that he will be crucified for the thing that the mayor tells him to do, and that is on page 115. His whole family, wife, children, and himself are fasting and praying, trusting God to get him out of the mess, and that God hasn't failed the innocent. Still, on page 115. Another issue and a thematic concern that comes out clearly from this particular chapter, the scene of Act 4 is that of abuse of office and misuse of power. Abuse of office and misuse of power. Mayor Mosi has instructed lawyers acting excuse me. So we have Mayor Mosi has instructed lawyers acting for the municipal council to file cases against Honorable Ramdaya, Honorable Samuel, Honorable Tate, and Honorable Basdeo, and jail them as soon as is legally possible. Harvester testifies that Honorable Mosi has been behind all the wrongs that he has conducted, including stealing. Another issue is that of corruption. Good learners, corruption widely cuts across all the acts and scenes, so it's a common theme that you can find across, and the abuse of office and misuse of power, those two. So therefore, corruption. Jaden says that he can't convict Honorable Basdeo and Ramdaya since he has benefited from them and had paid him shares of company that the municipal council is suing him. Suing rather. Jaden reveals that judges do not operate in a vacuum. The ethos prevailing in the society influences thinking and action. His ruling are in many respects a reflection of the prevailing culture in society. So therefore, Jaden confesses that rodents are tormenting him beyond measure. He has been seeing rats and other rodents running all over the place, even when his eyes are wide open. Page 117. Theme of fear. Also, fear cuts across because these are just tormenting intimidations which are coming from superiors to their juniors. Therefore, expect fear to cut across this particular work. Harvester fears that the mayor will do anything to jail the quartet. That is Ramdai, Ted, Seymour, and Basdeo. Those are the ones which are referred to the quartet, the four. Jaden confesses that the mayor's demand to jail the quartet has put him in a dilemma. Jaden fears that the inspector of police who owns Mandingo golf club has spat on his food somewhere in the kitchen. The aspect of fear. Greed and egocentrism, also selfishness. Greed and egocentrism or selfishness. Jaden convinces Harvester that if they come together, they win against the Samaritan, and he should reach to the accused, share the idea, and hold a meeting as soon as possible in his chambers the following day. That's found on page 118 to 119. We also have that theme of betrayal. Betrayal. Both Jaden and Harvester break the law and betray the people of Maracas when they participate in the public looting and injustice. They also struggle to cover up that up instead of facing the law. Quickly, let's look at blasphemy. Jaden calls Harvester a man of God, yet he is involved in a number of crimes. Harvester tells Jaden that he's been crucified and all that he has done is due to having a duty to obey his leader. On the contrary, God does call upon us to be wise and make better judgments. He also says that his entire family is fasting and praying his trust that God will get him out of the mess, for he has not known his God to fail him. In reality, he had all the sense to do what was right and failed to do so. Quickly, let's look at the theme of conflict, the 8th number there, conflict. The two parties ruling the municipal are up in arms, and Jaden realizes such a division is working against them. So therefore, Jaden experiences an internal conflict, for he is told by Mosi to ensure that he prosecute the quartet or else his crime be exposed. He is entangled in their crime and lacks a better decision. Page 116. Thank you once again, good students, lovers of literature, and of course the audience of this particular channel right over here. just want to say that you've been the people, you've been the ones. Thank you very much, and reach me through those tiny details out there. We'll share a lot, maybe about correction and input and addition and interjection, correction here and there, and that's how people grow. Above all, I just want to wish the very, very best in your endeavors, especially those ones who are undertaking this coursework and this sub-coursework, or this particular book or this play is the coursework that you are really, really going through. For now, I'll leave you with a big adios until we meet in another episode. Stay tuned.